All right. Hopefully everyone can see this. Just going to be, there we go. So tonight I'm going to make a live stream here on how to, we're going to animate a set. We're going to use some characters and extra characters. And we're going to bring it into Unreal Engine 5.3. I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. We'll see if it's going to be if it's going to make things a lot easier for you guys. Just kind of give you an idea. We'll be using Live Link and Iclone 8, and we're on Unreal Engine 5.3. So I have a set here I'm going to pull up for a level. Probably saw this one I was doing yesterday. So I did a little bit of set dressing. I'm not done with it. Still have a long ways to go, but oh yeah, I have a long way to go. But that's okay. I'll handle that later. But right now, I think it's time to just kind of bring in some characters. I think it makes a huge difference just animating extras, bringing some life to your scene, rather than just one or two, have a whole room of people. Now, that can be quite an undertaking, and it's a bit difficult. It used to be, but now there's a couple of methods we can use. So I quickly got the set here, so what I'm going to do is just kind of bring this in just like that, and some characters here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of highlight everything. And, if I don't get everything, I can just easily try it again. Okay. In fact, we can always animate more if I need to. So I got Iclone open up here. I have a new project. So the first thing I'm going to do is you want to make sure you have Iclone installed. You can easily get, if you're working with Iclone, pretty simple. If you haven't, all you gotta do is go up to here, go into the library, go to Unreal Engine. You can even search this in the Fab Marketplace. So you go down here, just look up Iclone. You have the Iclone Live link, and you also want to make sure you have your auto setup. I do have a video that perfectly explains it. It's probably the most viewed video on my channel if you want to quickly look into that. So you just want to make sure we're going into this Iclone icon here. Go to transfer to Iclone, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring everything in, and that's what we're going to be working off of. So for now, what I'm going to do is just going to save everything just in case. Let's have a look inside the set. There we go. This is really what I'm just looking for. You don't really need to do anything too much. Hey, what's going on? So yeah, we have everything imported in. I wouldn't worry too much on on a whole lot. This is just a dummy, so looks like we have pretty much almost everything we need. Good So what I need to do is, let's just exit out of Unreal for a moment and just only focus on Iclone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in a bunch of random extras. In London, at what, 5-6 p.m. usually people get out of the office, so I'm thinking, okay, we can combine you know, some of the business people, and then we'll just kind of scatter them around. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not really going to be focusing too much on, yeah, we have all these business people here. I'm not going to be focusing too much on like facial animations. These are characters that are likely going to be blurred out. It doesn't really matter too much. So someone like him, we'll have him somewhere over here. Go like this, like 90 degrees. Not like that, but we also can have dummies too. So maybe him. You know, just have somebody here. This guy could be like a bartender, so we'll just throw him here. Doesn't really matter. I'm not really picky on who to, you know, who should be in it. I just want like something to fill the scene. That's all I'm looking for. Doesn't matter. You know, we're not really too worried. And you can even tell like these are characters not really suitable for close-ups, but you know what? That's okay. You just want some activity. That's the most important thing. So let's just throw him in here. Come on. There we go. And then we can just properly animate this. Let's see. Now Bond is going to be sitting in this chair right here, so we'll have a couple of things here. Let's just throw her here. And then let's throw this guy here. Okay. Oh, sorry. Move them over here. Perfect. And then let's see, who else? Who else didn't want to? I don't think I got this guy, so he can be over here. So yeah, you're starting to see kind of a busy scene. Staring at frame 0. Okay. So, like this. Let's see. I'm sure we have extra people. More business people? More business people? Yes. We're throwing in all the business people. Yeah, more business people. Yes. Let's see. Right here. And then we'll throw in some casual people here. Oops. Let's throw you in here. And then maybe one more in here. So he probably goes here. Let's throw him, well, throw her over here. And then maybe we have maybe this guy, sorry, her, and then this guy here. Throw them here. Yeah, we're getting a pretty busy scene. All right, so time for some casual people. All right, let's look. Street people, let's throw everybody in here. You go here. Now, Iclone does have like a crowd tool, but I'm not sure if it's for bars. So, we can just right now, for now, just place them in, do a quick animation. Don't even think about, making serious adjustments. We're just going to just throw them in. Very quick, easy animation. And then we're going to bring it into our through a little live link, and that's that. Good. Good. We have a couple more people. So we have all these extras here. This is kind of it's going to be interesting. I wonder how it's going to work out. So, no kids. They don't allow people at I think, a certain age, like nobody under the age of 16 after a certain time, like 5 or 6 p.m. Something like that in some places in the UK. Someone can correct me on that. That for obvious freaking reasons, but all right, throw this person in here. Here. Come on. Okay. Yeah, we'll have a lot of characters to animate, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And yeah, there. And 2 more. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a crazy scene. And then finally, this guy. And this guy. All right, so we have all these people. First thing we're going to do is go to content, and we're going to animate them. And it doesn't matter what we're going to be doing. Let's do actor group. Yeah, this guy. And this guy. Come on. There we go. And you know what? Look at this guy. Not his. Come on. No. Look at his face. And look at his face. There we go. Okay, so we have this guy. We'll put like a glass once we're done with everything. And then her. Look at his face. And here. Here. Do they have like a Sydney animation? I guess they don't. Okay, that's all right. So, you know. So we're getting somewhere. So we just need to go back to 0. All right. And finally, like I said, it just doesn't matter. You're not really going to pay attention. You're just to what they're going to do. They're just extras. Who cares? You don't need to be too fancy. Nightlife. Okay, we have bar. So it's time for the bar. Beer talk. Okay, so let's have this guy here. All right, let's see what he's doing. Let's just see what this animation will work. And if it doesn't matter if their hands are slipping through the thing, you know, I can easily just raise it up. Okay. All right, so let's actually put him and her. Come on, bring her closer. There we go, and we're going to just erase that like that and bring him closer. Just like that. So we could just cheat, doesn't matter. You're not going to see their feet. There we go. A shots, drink chat. There. And, you know, we can, you know, she can just sit in the bar stool here. We can raise her up, I guess. We can easily just animate these just in case. It doesn't matter. Don't matter. So, yeah, it's like it's like Cheers, except they're in freaking London, you know. Like a conversation. Yeah, sure. Let's put them here. And what about you? Yeah, you can. There we go. Actually, no, you have just do. You have the drinking thing, yeah. Like an idol. Yeah, you must have like an idol. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Nah, that's not gonna work for him. And it doesn't matter, you know, we can just slow down the animation. And you could probably just look at, you know. What's his animation here? Oops. Come on. But we can also like duplicate. Oh, jeez. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't need to be too much here. We can easily just kind of duplicate the animation over and over and over again. What happened? Okay. It doesn't matter. Because what we can do is when they animate, we can actually do the subsequences. Or that I can also like just decrease the what's its name? We can go here to like 1100 or something. And then just kind of repeat over and over and over again. I think we can get away with doing that. So, right, like we can do like a talking. Okay. Oh. You can even just remove the seats. We'll just do like a. You can easily like. Can you see them? Hmm. Yeah, well, we'll see. It doesn't matter. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see. If I have to edit and make adjustments, then I can easily do it in the sequence. I just want something, you know. All right. I like just sitting, like restaurants, meeting, talking, stuff like that. City life. Okay. Or mocap online. That's where they had something. Dance. All right, come on. Uh, there we go, something like this. There we go, just put her in here. Ah, what? Oh, it thinks it's doing it to the chair. Come on. Her. There we go. And here, she's gonna look at, yeah. There we go. And he, gonna sit, like, I don't know, maybe this. They're pissed. Who cares? You know, you're not gonna pay too much attention to them. Yeah, she's gonna. And for her, I think you just want something just like that. There. Good. Okay. And then talk. There we go. For this one, probably just going to slow down the animation. like 50%. Okay. Just like that for her. So there you go. Well, we get stuff like this, talking. There you go. Okay. And finally then, you know, this. Okay. We're almost done, sorry. Yeah, you know what? She doesn't need to be in this conversation. We're good. All right, so we're done with that. This conversation here. Okay. So now that's done. I'm gonna open up our live link. When we're animating characters on the street, it's gonna be a lot easier to work with. Yep. Okay, we're good. So next is just going to go to our scene. London, Chelsea. And now we're going to open up our live link. And what I'm going to do is we're going to do scene, range, bake all animations sequencer, and we have 60. So we have our characters here. I'm not going to bring in the prop or anything, or cameras, or lights, just character and animation. And I have all these characters. And we're going to bake the animations into the sequencer. So I just want to make sure we have our character, we have everything ready to go. And now it's time to transfer. And it's going to take some time. So you can also link it, but there's a couple extra steps. Personally, it's just for me, I would rather just transfer. It's a lot easier to work with for me. You can do whatever you want. You can do the link and the live link. They have tons of tutorials, but for me, I have everything. I like baking everything into a sequencer. That way, everything's all done. I can put it into a subsequence, as we'll see, and it's just going to make things a lot easier to work with. So, like I said, it's going to take some time. See, it's bringing in all the characters. Since we're dealing with low poly characters, it's not going to be too much. It's like bringing in like actual Iclone characters. That's where it's going to take your time. But this one, we're just bringing in all the characters here. So it's going to import everything. So we just need to be patient. Now we can actually, like characters on the street, we can do a motion director. You can also do that crowd animation thing. They talk about MD props, how they interact. You can have, once you have all that baked, you can bring it in. This one was a little bit more, we had to do everything by hand because, it's just, we don't really have the proper the proper MD props for that. I would have if I had to, but oh well. We can just have a bunch of characters doing what they need to do. So we're about a quarter of the way through. I wonder how well this is going to work. I've done small tests, but nothing like this before, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. It should be like if everything goes well, they should be in the right place at the right location, and we may have to make some adjustments in the sequence. So, all right, we're just starting character number 5 now. All right, we're about almost halfway through. So yeah, what the plan is we're going to go through the sequence. I'm probably going to rename it to something a lot easier. And then we do have a sequence here that we made yesterday, had the crane and everything. I'm going to import that. I'm going to kind of combine the sequence that Iclone's going to make into the one that we just have. And I'll show you how to do it. It's a subsequence. Very easy. Like I said, this process is something I haven't really played around much, but since I'm dealing with a busy set, London's busy, there's going to be a lot of people we'll be working with. This is something I need to work with, so I was looking for a very easy solution. So this is where I think the live link is very useful for. You can just animate a huge crowd and just bring it in, and then for main characters I just do my FBX method because I have a lot more control. And if it works, if there's a scene where 2 characters are fighting, there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat, I might just do the same method. So we're about halfway through. Yeah, we're bringing in a lot of people, so that's why it's just taking its time. And this could be a pretty useful scene, actually. Let's make sure. Let's go into Iclone. What's interesting though is you can also transfer the motion too. Yeah. I'm going to play around with this. This might be a very easy way of bringing in certain characters. But the main thing is I like to have full control. That's why I usually do the FBX method for characters, because I want to have everything working. I don't really trust this yet. But for crowds, I'm willing to do this, but not for main characters. Anybody in the background, we don't need to pay too much attention. It's just there for the scenery. Alright, so we're about 7 more characters, and we're almost done. We're almost done. So I'll kind of go through a lot of the technical stuff, just kind of walk you through this. I think the most time-consuming thing was just animating these characters one by one by one. And just imagine like doing this in Iclone, then bringing it in and then going back and forth. That would have been kind of a pain in the ass. That's why I was kind of not a fan. But now, with this idea, this could actually help. Not only that, but I have like guards walking around, stuff like that. I have like really little poly guards kind of running around that I'm probably going to be using. Okay, we're at what? We're at 13. Okay, good. And by bringing this in, it's all saved too. So if I pull that content browser down here, it'll save them to a certain folder, including the animations and everything. So that's just something to keep notice. I'll walk you through once everything's done. I mean, if anyone has any questions, let me know. Let me know in the comments or whatever. Feel free to subscribe or like, do whatever you gotta do. I'm at what, 1540 now? 1540. Okay, we're almost done. 2 more characters. 2 more. Okay. And I can close out of Iclone once we're done. Almost done. We got 1 more character. 1 more. $18 characters. Not only that, but we can also add more characters like walking down the street. A lot more activity. You can really populate this. Quite interesting what you can do. And they're not very high poly too, so. Yeah, this character's at what? 11,000. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. 1 texture, nothing. 1 material, easy. Alright, we're almost done. So let's just close out of this quickly. And we might as well save. I'm going to call this, Pig's Ear Bar. Because I'm actually going to go back and work on this. I'm going to have a couple of animations with this. So I'm going to need this reference. So we're done with that. Good. All right, so we have our characters, and they have the animations, hopefully. Yep, there they are. Nice little they have their nice folder, and we can easily, if I wanted to, we can easily retarget the animation. We can also add in animation for these characters. So, I can have these characters running around and doing whatever. So if we go to RL content, and then actually RL level sequences. So this one here is what we're looking for, but I'm actually going to rename it. I'm going to call it Sequence Pig's Ear Crowd. There we go. And if we apply this and play, let's do 24 frames per second. You can see all the characters. And now that, let's say, you have some characters here. Good to go. If you want to, let's say we need to, let's just delete the chairs here for this character. There we go. Let's kind of move him. Let's go down to frame 0. Oops. So we just go to frame 0, and let's go to this guy here, and let's go to transform, location, and you can have them move just like this. Just kind of move them back just a little bit, and then there we go. So you can just make adjustments. Okay, but yeah, you have everybody here. You can even remove characters, but not bad. Not bad. You have a full crowd of people to work with. That's great. So how do we, actually, I want to save the sequence just in case. So I have a sequence here of the pig's ear. But how do I get all these characters? How do I do it? So it's pretty easy. So here we're going to do track, and then we're going to look for subsequence track. Here we can find our sequence. Pig's ear crowd. There we go. And if I put that over here and just kind of drag it here, you can see we got some activity. Like that, but I also can, let's do time scale. Let's do like 0.75, make it slower. Yeah. Or, I turn it back to 1. Yeah, I can easily do this, and let's add another one just in case. Let's add the second one. Let's do another one here. I can just blend it together and see what happens, just you can have all the characters wandering around doing stuff. So now that we can animate our characters, we have the whole crowd. But we have a whole crowd of people to work with, and yeah, I think it's pretty useful. But yeah, you have subsequences, and then you can that, but kind of makes a huge difference too. You don't just adding, and not only that, but we can also add, let's say, all right, well, I need another person here. Yeah. Right. You know, I can add another subsequence. We have another, you know, if there's people wandering around, I can add as much as I want. You know, I have another crowd here or something. I want to add more people. I can also duplicate whatever. You know, people wandering down the street. We got that. So hopefully this really helps you guys. Yeah, I wonder what the FPS. I'm curious. A bit slow, but whatever. I'm kind of live streaming everything, but you know, he's gonna wander, walk off. The camera's going to change, but yeah, that's all you need to know when it comes to crowds. So if we just see our camera, you know, we have a crane. See them all talking. Quite interesting, huh? But yeah, I hope it really helps you guys when it comes to this. I see this having quite a bit of use for anybody. You know, if that way, you know, it's much more easier. You know, you can get a lot more organized. You can also duplicate. One thing is, let's say if there's like, you have an army of people marching. So if you have like soldiers, you can actually make them like marching formation. You want them all at once. You can actually do that and duplicate. You can duplicate these the sequence here, and not only that, but you can also adjust. So obviously, if you have here, what you need to do is you need to get everybody like in a group, and then you're going to have to move them over slightly. Otherwise, if you try to put in the same sequence over and over again, they're going to be in the same spot every single time. So if you want like a bunch of soldiers, duplicate the sequence, but for the secondary sequence, just adjust the transformation. So have them move over like a certain amount, and then you can just kind of duplicate over and over again. You also can adjust the time. So this is kind of like for like if you want like a whole group of zombies doing a bunch of things, or you know, have people wandering around. So we'll have, you know, if you want people walking here and here, you know, to coincide with just the busy streets, we're probably gonna be doing that. This is something I'm gonna be doing a lot with this production, is just kind of creating this crowd just like this. So yeah, I mean, if anyone has any questions, let me know. Hopefully this helps you guys. This is hopefully this makes things a lot easier for you guys in Unreal Engine. And not only that, but this is pretty cool for anybody. Like, this is something I really kind of appreciate. This is like one of the few things where Live Link can really help you. And normally I do the FBX method, but for crowds and all that, you saw how easy it was. It's just the most tedious part was just animating everybody. Even then, you can go into Iclone, go to Motion Director, and then just apply everything. You know, have characters move on their own and animate, and like we can have them like move along the path, you know, and bring it in. It's pretty easy. So anyway, hopefully this helped you. Really, really useful. So, yeah.